Hello student, I am Sangeeta Mansukhani. This is the video number 67. In this video, I am going to tell you about dual nature, Heisenberg principle. So, towards quantum mechanical model of the atoms, so the development of the new model was mainly based on the following concept. First is dual behavior of matter and second one is Heisenberg uncertainty principle. So, let us start. First is dual behavior of the matter. Dual behavior of the matter explained by the French physicist de Broglie, who in 1924 proposed that matter like radiation should also exhibit dual behavior. It should exhibit particle as well as wave-like properties. That is means it just like photon, an electron should also have momentum as well as wavelength. So the wave associated with a particle is called a matter wave or de Broglie wave. So de Broglie suggested that wavelength associated with the particle of the mass and moving of the velocity. So relation between the mass and velocity given by the de Broglie, lambda is equal to h upon mv and mv considered as a p. Here h is Planck constant and its value is 6.626 into 10 to the power minus 34 and p is equal to mv. So is momentum of the particles moving with velocity. So this equation is called de Broglie equation. Then after derivation of de Broglie equation. So de Broglie equation can be derived by combining the mass energy relationship and proposed by Max Planck and Einstein. So according to the Max Planck, photon of the light energy E is associated with a wave of frequency nu by the expression E is equal to h nu. But Einstein suggested that mass and energy are related as E is equal to mc square. So here c is velocity of the light, small m is mass and h is Planck constant and v is here frequency. So relation between the mass and energy. So equation number first and second combine and then we get h nu is equal to mc square. Then nu is equal to speed of the light divided by the wavelength. So hc upon lambda is equal to mc square. So then after final equation found, lambda is equal to h upon mc. So this equation is applicable for a photon. So de Broglie suggested whenever by substituting the mass of the particle is small m and its velocity v in place of the mass of the electron and m and velocity of the light. So equation also used for material particles. Here h is Planck constant and then h is equal to constant. So lambda is equal to directly proportional momentum mc. Okay, mass and then c speed of the light, velocity of the light. So lambda is equal to directly proportional momentum. So this means that the wavelength of the particle in motion is inversely proportional to its momentum and it is called de Broglie relationship. Then after significance of the de Broglie equation. According to the de Broglie, every object in motion have a wave character, but it is significant for microscopic bodies only. So this is because the wavelength associated with ordinary object are so short and due to their large masses and that their waves properties can't be detected. So that's reason practically these bodies are said to have no wavelength. Okay, and whereas the wavelength associated with the electrons and other subatomic particles can be detected by experimentally. Okay, so this is the significance of the de Broglie equation. This NCERT textbook question on the based this topic. If the velocity of the electron in Bohr first orbit is 2.19 into 10 to the power 6 meter second inverse, so calculate the de Broglie wavelength associated with it. Velocity given, okay, and we have to find de Broglie wavelength. Okay, so according to the here velocity of the electron given. So mass of the electron is 9.11 into 10 to the power minus 31 kg Planck constant value H is equal to this one. So you already known about, according to the de Broglie equation, wavelength is equal to lambda is equal to H upon mv. H Planck constant, so its value is 6.626 into 10 to the power minus 34, and m mass of electron, and then v velocity given in the question. So calculate. So lambda is come 3.32 into 10 to the power minus 10 meter, but convert into the picometer. Okay, so divide by value. So value come 332 picometer. This next question is also based on the de Broglie equation. Question is, show that the circumference of the Bohr orbit for the hydrogen atom is an integral multiple of the de Broglie wavelength associated with the electron revolving around the orbit. Again I say, show that the circumference of the Bohr orbit for the hydrogen atom. So hydrogen atom, that is means angular momentum of an electron in a given stationary state, because it is an integral multiple of the de Broglie wavelength. So according to the Bohr model for hydrogen atom, angular momentum of the electron in given stationary state, formula is mvr is equal to nh upon 2 pi. So 2 pi going to the left hand side, mv going to the right hand side. So 2 pi r is equal to nh upon mv. This is the equation number first. And according to the de Broglie equation, wavelength is equal to lambda is equal to h upon mv. So consider from equation from first and then second. So we get 2 pi r is equal to n lambda, because h by mv cancel. Okay, so therefore circumference 2 pi r of the Bohr orbit for hydrogen atom is an integral multiple of the de Broglie wavelength. Okay, and here small n is the number of the waves in nth orbit. Then second principle is Heisenberg's uncertainty principle. Okay, according to the basic concept, de Broglie concept and then Heisenberg uncertainty principle, both are very important. Okay, this principle is a result of the dual nature of the matter and radiation. So it is put forwarded by the W. Heisenberg, a German physicist, in 1927. According to this principle, it is impossible to determine the exact position and exact momentum. Momentum, that is means velocity of an electron. Okay, so it is not possible to determine the exact position and exact momentum of an electron. So mathematically it can given delta x multiplied delta px greater than approximately than h upon 4 pi. Okay, delta p is equal to mv. So here again written delta x into delta in bracket mvx greater than h upon 4 pi. Okay, and mv, m going to the right hand side. So formula again consider delta x into delta vx greater than h upon 4 pi m. Here delta x is equal to uncertainty in the position, delta px, okay, in the uncertainty in the momentum or velocity of the particle. Okay, if delta x is small, so uncertainty in the velocity will be large. Okay, so simple way concept is consider delta x into delta vx greater than h upon 4 pi m. So this is the Heisenberg uncertainty principle. Then after significance, this principle rules out the existence of the definite path of electrons and other similar particles. So the effect of this principle is significant only in case of the microscopic objects and negligible in case of the macroscopic object. For an electron of 9.11 into 10 to the power minus 31 kg, so formula is considered as delta x is equal to delta v, delta x multiplied delta v is equal to h upon 4 pi m. So Planck constant value is 6.626 into 10 to the power minus 34 joule second. Divide 4, pi value is 3.14 and mass of the electron 9.11 into 10 to the power minus 31. So calculate. So we get 10 to the power minus 4 meter square second inverse. So that is means if we want to find the exact location of the electron, so with an uncertainty of only 10 to the power minus 8 meter. But then the uncertainty delta V here in velocity is given by 10 to the power minus 4 divided by 10 to the power minus 8. So we get 10 to the power 4 meter second inverse. But this value obtained is large enough so that the classical picture of the electrons moving in Bohr orbital fixed and cannot be hold good for it. So therefore it means that the precise statements of the position and then momentum of the electrons, statement of the position, and should be replaced by the statement of the probability. Okay, and that should be replaced by the statements of the probability and electron possesses at a given position and momentum. Okay, so finally quantum mechanical model of the atom deals with this fact. Classical mechanics is based on the Newton's law of motion and applicable only to macroscopic object, not for microscopic particles. Okay, but however quantum mechanics deals with the microscopic particles. Okay, clear? So Newton laws of the motion only for based for macroscopic object, and here quantum mechanics deals with the microscopic particles. So this is the significance of the Heisenberg uncertainty principle. This question based on this topic. A golf ball has a mass of 40 gram and a speed of 45 meter per second. If the speed can be measured within accuracy of the 2%, so calculate the uncertainty in the position. Again I say, a golf ball has a mass of 40 gram and speed of 45 meter per second. If the speed can be measured within accuracy of the 2%, so calculate the uncertainty in the position. So solution is uncertainty in velocity, and velocity uncertainty indicated by delta V, and here 45 it's a speed and within accuracy 2%, so multiply by 2 by 100, so 0.9 meter second inverse, it is the uncertainty in the velocity. So from Heisenberg principle, formula is delta x is equal to h upon 4 pi m dot delta V. H is Planck constant value 6.626 into 10 to the power minus 34, then divide by 4, pi value 3.14 and mass given 40 gram into 10 to the power minus 3, convert into the kg, and delta V 0.9. So calculate it, so delta x value come 1.46 into 10 to the power minus 33 meter. Then next topic is reasons for the failure of the Bohr model. So first reason, Bohr model consider electron as a charged particle moving in well-defined circular orbit about the nucleus, but it did not take wave character of the electron into consideration. So it didn't consider the dual behavior of matter. Second reason, an orbit is a clearly defined path which can completely be defined only if both the position and velocity of the electron are known exactly at the same time. But this is against the Heisenberg uncertainty principle. Third reason is Bohr model of the hydrogen atom was not only against the dual behavior of the matter, but it also considered Heisenberg uncertainty principle. Because of this weakness, there was no point to extend Bohr model for other atoms. Fourth reason is there is a need for such theory which could account for wave-particle duality of matter and be consistent with Heisenberg uncertainty principle. So quantum mechanics is an alternative for dealing them. Next topic is quantum mechanical model of the atom. So first I discuss here what is the quantum mechanics. So the branch of the science that deals with the dual behavior of matter, wave-like, and particle nature. It is called quantum mechanics. Okay, and when quantum mechanical concept is applied to the macroscopic object for which wave character is negligible, so results are the same as those from the classical mechanics. So here first is quantum mechanical model of the atom is the picture of the structure of the atom. So which energies from the application of the Schrödinger equation to the atoms. So first I discuss here Schrödinger wave equation. Okay, in 1926 Werner Heisenberg and Erwin Schrödinger developed quantum mechanics independently. So on the basis of the quantum mechanics, Schrödinger proposed a quantum mechanical model of an atom, and which is considered both dual nature of the matter and Heisenberg uncertainty principle. So in 1927, Erwin Schrödinger gave following Schrödinger wave equation. So do describe the wave motion of the electron in 3D way around the nucleus. So here you see equation. This is the known as Schrödinger wave equation. You already known about wave in electric field and magnetic field. Okay, move around the nucleus according to the x, y and z. Okay, so 3D way around the nucleus way. So Schrödinger wave equation given in x, y, z direction. So delta square psi, this symbol is psi. Okay, so delta square psi divide delta x square plus delta square psi divide delta y square plus delta square psi divide delta z square plus 8 pi square m divide h square in bracket e minus v bracket close psi is equal to 0. Again I say delta square psi divide delta x square plus delta square psi upon delta y square plus delta square psi divide delta z square plus 8 pi square m divide h square in bracket e minus v bracket close psi is equal to 0. And delta, your choice, you draw this way also. Okay, here psi, a wave function of the space coordinates x, y, z, so represent the amplitude of the electron wave. H is Planck constant, m is mass of an electron and E is permissible total energy, because which the electron can have. Okay, because total energy of the system means the kinetic energies of the all subatomic particles, electron including also nuclei. Okay, when this equation is solved for psi 3 integers small n, small l, small m were obtained, so these integers are called quantum numbers. And Schrödinger wave equation may be written as h psi is equal to E psi. Here h power is a mathematical operator. It is called Hamiltonian operator. Okay, so the value of the E and then psi are obtained from the solution of the Schrödinger wave equation. Next topic is significance of the psi and psi square. So the wave function psi for an electron has no physical significance as such, and its square psi square at any point gives the intensity of the electron wave at that point. So in view of the Heisenberg uncertainty principle, it shows the probability of the finding the electron at that point and therefore termed as probability density. Then difference between orbit and orbital. So main points of the difference between orbit and orbital. Here you see orbit. Orbit, it is a well-defined circular path around the nucleus in which the electron revolves. But orbital, it shows the 3D space around the nucleus within which the probability of the finding an electron is maximum, up to 90%. Then second difference is orbit. The concept of an orbit does not consider the wave character of the electrons and uncertainty principle. but the concept of an orbital is in accordance with the wave character of the electrons and uncertainty principle. Then orbit, they do not have any directional characteristics, but orbital, except s orbital, all orbitals have directional characteristic. Okay. Orbit, maximum number of the electrons that an orbit can have is given by the formula 2n square, where n is equal to number of the orbital. Like for first shell, so we put the value 1 on the place of the n, so 2 into 1 square, so 2 electron, maximum to maximum 2 electrons fill in the first shell of the orbit. Okay, so here maximum number of the electron we have to find by the formula 2n square, but in orbital the maximum number of the electrons that can be occupied by an orbital is always 2. Next topic is important features of the quantum mechanical model of atom. The following are the important features of this model. First is the energy of the electrons in atom is quantized. What is the meaning of the quantized? That is means only for it can only have certain specific values. Then second one, the existence of the quantized electronic energy levels is a direct consequence of the wave-like properties of electron and are allowed solution of the Schrödinger wave equation. Then third is, it is not possible to determine both the exact position and exact velocity of an electron in an atom according to the Heisenberg uncertainty principle, but only the probability of the finding the electron at different points in the atom is considered. Fourth one is the wave function psi for an electron in an atom show the atomic orbital of that electron. That is means which electron, how many electrons fill in the which orbit. In each orbital the energy of the electron is definite or not definite. Okay, so according to the wave function psi, so the energy of the electron is definite. An orbital can occupy a maximum number of the electrons 2. So in case of the multi-electron atom, electrons are filled in various orbitals, increasing order of the energy. Next important feature of the quantum mechanical model of atom, the probability of the finding an electron at a point within an atom is proportional to the square of the orbital wave function psi square at that point. Okay, so next topic I will be explained in the next video. Thank you so much.